Namaste, fellow yogis. Welcome to the authentic, true, and slowing down practice of teresagagnon.com. Literally, this is the practice for all yoga recoveries, and slowing down is really what we need to do. Alan Watts, a great philosopher of time before myself, and I love his works. It's really about slowing down, he mentions. It's like, why are we in such a hurry to get somewhere? There is no future. It's here in the now moment that we really experience the ananda bliss, the joy. Like when you eat your food, oh, taste it. Taste it. When you look at the sky, look at the sky. Don't rush off. When you're listening to music, listen to every single beautiful note. Allow yourself the tranquility and the peace. I love you, Starla. My daughter's outside the window having a popsicle. How summery is that? Enjoying that. Like, beautiful. This doesn't have to be such a perfect align this and do that and da-da-da. What if it was just all chaos and it's beautiful in its chaos? Can you stop and just say, good enough for me? And then you can choose to respond and or react and karmically learn your experiences. Maybe your reactions are teaching you have more lessons to learn in that area, right? So this is about slowing down completely. The mind is chattery. You can't stop it from chattering, but you can literally slow it down to the point of the heartbeat, and the thoughts become your leadership of what you choose to think about. I'm just going to think about my breath. I'm going to think about just laying here and enjoying the breath in my body. It's like when you eat your food, like savor it. When you watch a movie, watch every little bit of it. When you read a book, read every little word. Yes. Here's another one. When you have sex, don't just have an orgasm. Have a sensual play. Have that sensuality, that touch, that feeling, everything. People are so busy rushing to finish the book, rushing to finish their meal, rushing to get somewhere that they forget. Rushing to have an orgasm. It is literally the now moment. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to park ourselves on a bolster. So you do need a bolster for this class. Rolling up a king size pillow works absolutely awesome. Got to have a blanket, 2 blocks. What we're going to do is open that heart. You're going to sit on your bolster at the very end of it. Okay, you got to listen carefully. In my in-studio practice, beginner minds can only hear certain cues, and then they get lost until they start practicing, and they're like, thumb, bolster, heel, block, lay down, adjust till your shoulder blades, and everybody, you know, these are your shoulder blades, these things up here, see those little blades, are off of your bolster. So everyone has different heights and sizes. King size pillows are the best length. Shoulder blades are down. I'm going to straighten my legs so now my heels are on my block. My blocks are as wide as my mat. My bolster is literally poking me underneath my shoulder blades into my spine and my sacrum, so wiggle around till that's comfy. And then I'm going to take my blanket and slide it underneath my occiput bone. This may be quite uncomfortable for a lot of you who do have, and it's not a judgment, this. This is really difficult to take into this. I do understand. Yet, let's give it a whirl as we soften. And the G spot for the bolster touching the shoulder, just below the shoulder, because the shoulder blades are free. They're free to be on the floor. There is a G spot where it's like, oh, it's right in the back of the notch of the heart. You'll find it. It sits, there. And you can massage your chest and your rib cage. These are the size of your lungs. Your lungs are this big. Isn't that amazing? From here to here. So we're going to fill them up with prana as you expand your arms out to the side, below the shoulders preferably, and just give yourself some jiggling around in your sacrum so that your butt valley is right on the center of that bolster. Now this poses extension in the flips, the hips, it flips. So again, some of you might feel like, wow, this is a bit much. You could bend your knees, feet as wide as your mat, let your knees fall in. This is a back bend. If this is all way too complex and way too much for you, all you have to do is flip that bolster underneath your thighs, remove the blocks, and come into your corpse pose. To be still, to slow down, to slow down. So once you find and create the arrangement that you wish to do this breath and meditate practice in, then get cozy. I'm going to start to invite everyone to a breath practice once you get yourself situated. To feel the fullness of your lungs, you'll start to acknowledge the fullness of your lungs, the fullness of your rib cage, and allow that your eyes closed. Drishte is great too, meaning staring at the tip of the nose off into space, but yet closing your eyes helps us to go more internally to the inward world. Allow that your arms are completely relaxed. Your chin is slightly tucked in towards the notch of the throat. That's why the blanket is underneath the occipital bone. And you resume the playing of the breath. You feel it. It's like, wow. For all the busyness, may we stop chasing our tails. May we stop being busy. Stop being that little rodent on the hamster wheel. And stop. Just stop. Just stop. And come home to the breath. Come home to the breath. When you start to notice the breath, literally for not just the fact that it's oxygen moving in and out, you start to realize that the breath expands and contracts you. This is when you start really chewing your food, you start really feeling the words on the paper, on the page in your book. When you really start to sensually feel the magic between two beings having an intimate session of love. This is when you start to really feel in this third dimensional body beyond, and we slow down and we start to savor the smell, the taste, the touch, all of this, what we hear, the music. I hear the water in the background, the airplane in the sky. I feel, smell, hear, and taste everything in the now moment. The kids talking out by the pool, the laughter. I feel the breath touching the upper lip as I breathe in and out through my sinuses. I become aware of the now moment. I'm here now. And you can be too. So soften, exhale, and follow your breath. Even feeling the discomfort of the bolster underneath the back. Acknowledging it, moving and grooving and breathing to see if you can just find a kinder spot. Slow down. Slow down, my friends. Just slow down. Soften, surrender. Even listening to the buzz in your ears, the humming, the white noise, the frequencies, the taste in your mouth, the sensation on your fingers and toes, the smell of the room. The feeling of your in and out breath. If your mind gets distracted, that's okay. Just come back to the breath. Allow that your mind's eye is focused on the breath. You are in control. You are the creator, the leader, and the decider of your own path. Be here now. Allow that the fullness of your breath expands, not just the upper lobes, but the middle and the lower lobes of your lungs, that your belly bellows expansively out and in. That even a sigh of breath, a falling out of the breath, as Alan Watts would call it. Let the breath fall out. Trust. For those who wish to celebrate this a little bit longer, this position, and those that wish to offer up the Shavasana, bending your knees and just mindfully pressing your feet to the mat to lift your pelvis and your middle back, swaying the bolster sideways gingerly to lower the bum. First, just give your knees a hug to your chest. Keep that breath movement, that awareness of breath, and then surrender into your corpse pose. Take your time, because you'll feel the difference in your lower back. resetting the button to that place of tranquility, of breath in and out, surrendering to the moment, of feeling this moment, smelling this moment, seeing in the perspective of your mind's eye, allowing your mind's eye to see the fluidity of your breath, the energy, the touch of the room on your skin. I have a breeze that's flowing in from outside. Oh. Mm-hmm. All external sounds can be distractions, yet come home to your breath. Keep your gaze steady within your mind's eye, the third eye, the sixth chakra, the pineal gland, also pronounced pineal. Just give yourself permission to be here now. I invite you to either stay much longer if that feels the urgency for yourself today. Remember, this practice is yours. For those who wish to meet the 20-minute mark, not that there's any time, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes to be here now in this very moment, feeling your hands and your feet. Start to mindfully and gingerly bend and extend and draw all your limbs in towards the midline, sewing them up towards your heart, hugging yourself to your best ability. And then mindfully dripping yourself to a side that resonates with you. I like to use my blanket and my arm as a pillow, gathering the knees up underneath the knee creases so I feel like a little seed, a new beginning. Allowing the fullness of my breath to expand the back ribs and to feel the expansion of the back ribs, side ribs. And then allowing that top arm and that top leg to press you up as you press now with the underarm and the underleg to come up into a seat that resonates, whether it be a virasana or cross leg or a chair. Take your time. It's the awakening into this now moment from that previous now moment, changing the shape from a laying down previous now moment to a seated now moment. Takes time. When you feel the urgency to dance your arms around in any fashionable way that feels like your reality, your expression, your Shakti, your being, Start to really recognize what you need as your being, the sovereignty of your soul's gifts, and as well as your unique self. Taking those breaths in and really feeling the breaths of just reprieve, of kindness. Maybe they're slower, maybe they're more amped up in a sense of like fuller and expansive. Maybe there's yawning, because when the parasympathetic system kicks in, like on the top, there's a watering of the eyes, a gurgling of a tummy, yeah, a yawning. Let us all unite at the top of our seated position and start to just slowly slip your hands together, massaging your fingers, thanking your hands for being a part of your journey. And then bringing them into Anjali Mudra, prayer position, thumbs touching the sternum and bowing those elbows broader across the chest, rolling your shoulders back. Take a moment here just to really feel the height of your heart, lifting it up, lifting it up. Move your jaw around, move your face around. And let's end this beautiful practice with the sound of Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. From my light to your light. Namaste. Slowing down. That's the practice. Being here now. What's the rush? There is no future, it's just now. This is the now moment. And timing, rushing time, timingly moving in a rushing fashion, there's no success in that. Be here now. If you have any questions, want to reach out, email me. I'm here for you.